Well, I have a wonderful electronic invention I want you to see.
It looks something like this.
So this is my review of the new E-208. We've had this now since the middle of February and we've done about 2,500 miles in it already. So as you probably are all aware of the basic specs, 55 kilowatt hour battery, 100 kilowatt charging rate, 80% charge in half an hour if you're charging from that. So some really nice specs. Now the range at 214 miles WLTP, is that achievable? It probably is. I haven't got anywhere near that, I'll be honest. But then again, driving I'm doing doesn't really allow me to do it. So what range am I getting? So I'm commuting to work about 50 miles each way. I would think about 15 to 20 miles of that is on an A road doing 60 miles an hour, followed by the other 30 plus doing 70 on a motorway. So on that sort of road you're never going to get anywhere near 200 miles. So bearing in mind that's the sort of roads I'm driving on. Also I'm in Devon, so the terrain is quite hilly, so that's against us as well. We got the car middle of February, so not the warmest of starts, so again that's against you. So the gasometer normally says in the morning when it's been preheated about 130 miles. Now on the few days when it's been warmer, when I've left work and I've been able to charge during the day, it's gone up to about 145. So certainly the weather has a big impact on this battery, as with all batteries. Now there is on the Peugeot website a nice little page where you can put in what speed, what temperature, and it will tell you roughly at what range you'll get out of the battery. And from what I've seen, that does seem pretty accurate. I've had this car for a month now and I absolutely love it, but there are a couple of things which have started to annoy me, which I think you should know about. Now I have a iPhone XS Max, so it's an iPhone 10 basically. So you can pop it in there to charge, wireless charging, brilliant. You can stand it up no problems at all, absolutely brilliant. Now, they're the good things. What I find annoying with this is an Apple CarPlay. Now, Apple CarPlay will only work if you plug it in. It isn't wireless. So, you plug it in, plug it into here, and then into here. Brilliant. Now, that's where the problems sort of start. Because it's such a big phone, you have to put it there, and it just doesn't, because the cable is in the way, it's just, it then won't sit properly. It won't sit in here. You've got to have it sticking out. There's nowhere to put it. It won't stand up. There just isn't anywhere to put it. So some cars have wireless CarPlay. This one doesn't. You have to have it with the cable. So it's just, it won't stand up. It won't stand up there because the cable's in the way here. It won't obviously go in there because it's, well, it will, but it's pushing on the cable. So it's just really awkward. You have it in there and it slides around because it's not sat in the map properly. So it's just a little bit irritating. They've put a USB-C connector here and a USB ordinary one there. Now that's great because if you've got different cables, that's, you know, that's handy. But the whole point of USB-C is that it's a higher data rate, which is brilliant. But the problem is they've put the little symbol above there saying battery. So that's all it's there for, is for charging. You can't actually plug your phone into here and use Apple CarPlay. You have to plug it in to the standard USB port, which I really don't understand. Why have a USB-C connector when you can't actually use it for anything other than charging? So that's kind of disappointing. But I'll be honest, that's really all I can find as a downside to this car is this sort of area here. Apart from the fact that it's nice shiny black and you have to keep wiping it to keep the fingerprints off, but that's what it is. Before we got the car, I was a little concerned, as we had specially ordered the car with a sunroof, and a couple of reviews that I'd seen on the mainstream media had said that the sunroof reduces the headroom. Now I'm 6 foot tall, but none of this has been a problem, as the driver's seat has got plenty of adjustment. It can sometimes be a little bit awkward when you getting your left leg under the steering wheel, but you soon get the hang of it. The car's ride is really nice. It feels really sporty without being too harsh, like some small cars. I guess because of the extra weight of the batteries, it rides more like a bigger car. Peugeot have said that they use the same body for the car, whether it's a petrol or diesel or electric. But the floor pans must be different, as the bulge under the front seats are bigger than the electric versions. So you do lose some footwell space. Another thing that I also noticed, that the early reviewers had an issue with there being no physical heater controls. But I really don't see this as being an issue, as the heater controls are on the centre screen all of the time. It doesn't matter which screen you're on, the heater controls are on either side of the screen. So all you have to do is press one button and the heater controls are there. You can also press one of the menu buttons and it comes up anyway. I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it informative. If you have any questions on the E-208, please put them in the comments below. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.